Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, today I'm bringing you the summary of what happened for Nokia's first Android phones, the Nokia X, X Plus, and XL. I'm going to give you a brief rundown through it, and then I'm going to give you my take on it. First of all, the Nokia X and X Plus. Now, first of all, let me start off with this. These devices are meant to be in growth markets, so they're not meant to be high-end. They wanted to stress that out, that the Lumias are their high-end devices, and these will always remain lower priced compared to their Lumias. That being said, now let's go into the actual devices themselves and what they have to offer. So, all right. So first, let's make this clear. This is part of the Android ecosystem, and you can use Android SDKs in order to put apps for these devices. However, this is a Microsoft Cloud storage base and Microsoft Services devices, not Google Service devices. Meaning that, first of all, you do not have the Google Play Store. So that's the first big thing. You do not have the Google Play Store on this device. You have the Nokia Store, which is similar to, you can think of it as Amazon's App Store. And when the Nokia Store does not have an app, it will refer you to third-party apps. So that's the first big thing, that, if it does not have its own store filled, then guess what? You can actually use it through third party. But as you can see, this entire interface is very much apart from Android, and it's a lot closer to Windows. It's really meant to have Windows style with an Android app ecosystem. Well, more Android apps than the actual ecosystem itself. So both of these devices, the X and the X Plus, will both have a 4-inch screen. The main difference between the X and the X Plus is that the X Plus will have a micro SD slot, whereas the X will not. And then when you swipe to the right, you get this fast lane feature. So it's kind of like everything you recently have used or have received from, it's in your fast lane. And you can remove any of these apps that you want into it, but you can kind of think of this as like your most recent apps for Android users. That would be the best way to put it. Other than that, this is a 4-inch screen across, and it's a WVGA, which is essentially 480p. So it's not HD screens here, no 720p at all on these devices. The main thing that is good about their store is that you do have the option to try and buy. Now, I'm not sure, they didn't go into specifications on how long you would have. It could be like a sample app, or it could be more like what Android normally does, and that is it gives you 15 minutes to return it, and then if you want to return it, then you just get a refund. So it could be that simple. Now for the Nokia XL. Basically the same kind of system. It's just that this device is actually going to have a 5-inch screen instead of the 4-inch screen that was on the others. Is that worthy of an XL? I don't really believe so, but they wanted to call it an XL model. This still has a 480p screen, so this will definitely look pixelated. Yes, it will look pixelated. Now this one they did specify has a 5-megapixel rear camera and 2-megapixel front camera, and because of that 2-megapixel front camera, this one does provide you with a month of Skype premium service, and it does also provide you with 10 gigs of Microsoft's OneDrive. So that's going to be essentially, the cloud storage that used to be called SkyDrive, now it's called OneDrive. So what do you make of these? Well, to be honest, it's meant to be underwhelming to like a high-end device like a Lumia, which they had. The main thing that everyone wanted wasn't necessarily Microsoft Services, which is what we got from a Nokia Android device, but we wanted a Nokia amazing camera phone with Android on it. Is that what we got? No, this isn't what we got. I think it was, the media that we kind of overhyped it, like, oh my God, they're going to have an Android device. It's going to be, so different, and it's going to bring something different to the market. Well, this does bring something different to the market, but not at all something to be necessarily excited about. Price points, I mean, you're going for 89 euros, 99 euros, and 109 euros. So very inexpensive compared to other devices. But again, these are lackluster devices in terms of hardware specs. So they're not meant to be like exciting or flashy. These are just meant to be budget devices. And that's what this is. They're not high-end by any means. They're not meant to be. But really, my main take on it is that, again, what we were looking for, I think, with Nokia was, again, its great camera features. Yes, there are a couple things like the HERE and some of their Nokia's camera app and certain things like that that are interesting, and it's a great alternative to different apps on Android. But mainly, we wanted the camera quality, and that's not what we got with this device. So it's really it is a bit of a letdown compared to what we all believed it was going to be, but overall they're meant to be in growth markets only. They're not going to go to competing with the high-end devices out there. They're really for growth markets only. So for that purpose, I think it's a good purpose, and they're very easy looking to use. I mean, very simplified. So for a first-time smartphone user, yeah, it's a great feature. It's a great device to go with. Alright, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask, and if you did find this video informative, please give a like, thumbs up in the bottom. Thank you for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.